of footage, 450 hours of footage shot by them, and that had to be encapsulated into a 40-minute film. Now that is a superhuman effort, and I think that itself deserves an Oscar, which is wonderful. But what I loved is this delicate footage of the forest and nature. It looked as though you were truly trying to capture the soul of the animals and the people who were living there. So in that aspect, the journey of the Elephant Whisperers, and you as director and cinematographer, the steps that you consciously took to make us feel we're part of Bomman-Billie, Raghu, Ambu's world.
Having grown up in the same space, I experienced the beauty that the place had to offer right from a very young age. And that's something that I really wanted to showcase to the world. I wanted people to immerse into their life and to be able to experience all the different animals that were around. And in fact, we would actually head out, and I think Krish was here in the audience right there. He was on this journey from the very beginning, and we would head out and go out at 4 a.m. in the morning, and we'd head off into the forest. We'd try to record in the most beautiful light. And yeah, that's how it all evolved. We would spend lots of hours out in the wilderness and capture the beauty of the place. I think it's really important to showcase the place in all its beauty. And we have that right where we were in this documentary.
Lovely. Monica, debut director, amazing. And I want to laud you and Team Netflix. Every time I give you a direct compliment, you always shrug it off and say it's the team. You don't like being self-laudatory, which is why we love you so much. But really, the fact that here's a girl, directorial debut, wins an Oscar, what does this mean for young creators? And what the Elephant Whisperers has done in terms of empowering young creators. And that's really what you set out to do at Netflix India, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it's just so amazing to see Kartiki being, in her first film as a director, and having producers also who are part of the journey. And for us at Netflix, it really matters to find the raw talent which is out there, all the creators who are just bubbling with stories to come to Netflix like Kartiki did, and really wanting to tell the stories in the most courageous, the most honest way, and stories that can actually reach out, have universal appeal. And I think for me, personally, the fact that all of us as execs at Netflix are huge fans of storytelling, I think that is what we eat, sleep, breathe. Guneet and Achal know that. We have 100 conversations around that all the time, and with all our partners and creators. I think it's just something that runs deep at Netflix, which is respect for stories, storytellers, and I think we would not be the service that we are if it were not for first-time storytellers like Kartiki, or seasoned storytellers who find that one story that can, just go big and go all over the world. But I think fundamentally it is about the stories and the people who have the vision, passion, bring it together. We are there to be as strong, creative enablers and to make their journey and their vision come to life.
And all my friends from the media will agree when I say this. It's wrong to be judgmental when people run after the masses, the larger stories, the low-hanging fruit, because that is a way of life that some producers have chosen for themselves. And it's wrong of us to judge them. But at the other end of the spectrum, you look at somebody like Guneet Monga, you look at Sikya, and you see that it's not just about the low-hanging fruit and running after the masses, it's also about the underrated stories. And instinctively, Guneet, I always feel that you go after the underrated stories. Is that a conscious choice?
I honestly feel very spiritual about my work. Sikya means keep learning, keep growing. Seek se Sikya bana. And I genuinely feel stories choose us. Be it Lunchbox, be it Paglet, be it Period End of Sentence, be it Elephant Whisperers. I feel like stories choose us, and to show up with integrity and honesty every day is the job that we do. And everybody at Sikya and the beautiful, and we are empowered by Netflix, and we have a deep relationship, and I think it's deeply intuitive, love with the story, and we work in long format. It takes years for a story to come to life, and to show up every day with all your honesty is all we can do. And awards, rewards may follow, may not follow. This is epic that happened in our journey as filmmakers. But really, I think at Sikya, as filmmakers, we are in service of the story and the filmmaker.
Lovely, lovely. That's a spiritual answer. Wonderful. Actually, I see natural history filmmakers talk about this all the time. The complexities of shooting with nature, the complexities of shooting with wildlife. And you've done both of that. So I'd like you to talk about the challenges involved and, your perspective with the struggle and then the success after that.
I think more than the struggle, I think the challenge in general was that we were shooting this around COVID. In a way, there were a lot of challenges. Of course, we were shooting in a remote area. The first time we met Kartiki was, I think, physically we met her after a year of. I think we had so many Zoom conversations for a year. The fact that we were taking and we were operating in a time when the world was so negative, I think the story gave us a lot of hope. The fact that the first time we saw some footage, we had never seen something like that. So I think yes, in general the documentary has its own challenges. The fact that the journey for this documentary has been for 5 years, be it different schedules of shooting and filming in the remote area, or to even deal with that amount of footage. I think, but I think there was a vision that Kartiki had at the start of the when she set out, which was a sacred bond between the man and the nature. And somewhat, I think, over these many years at different stages with different, HODs, different people coming together, we fought those challenges in a very joyous manner. So it never felt like probably on any other production that we might face, or the moment you think of a wildlife or a nature, the kind of challenges. I think it was quite fun. It was quite fun to deal with baby elephants and just to be around them. So I think challenges were less and the process was more joyous for us.
Lovely, keeping it fun.
I just want to add there that when you look at the space of wildlife, you really look at the image of those long lenses, open jeeps. There's a very macho-ness to wildlife so many years, and here's this young woman, a natural history photographer with her purest vision. And I'm so grateful that she chose Sikya to produce and she reached out. So at any stage and at any audience that I get, I want to really say that that this has been one of the most beautiful journeys, and we got to learn a lot about wildlife with her on this journey, because it was also our first wildlife venture and a project.
Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like you to, like all of us, to welcome the true hero and heroine of the Elephant Whisperers. Now, before I call them on stage, like I said, to call them mahouts would not encompass what they truly mean. They are parents. Parents to Raghu, to Uncle. And here they are, Bomman and Billie. The pure souls.
Mobile!
behind
Mobile!
the of the
Mobile!
Thank you, Bomman. Thank you, Billie. Their heart is like an ocean.
Cap!
We also
Hey, Cap!
need to welcome Shri Rajesh ji, who is
Mobile!
brought them all the way
Mobile!
from their
Mobile!
hometown. He's part of the Iradu community and he works with the Jungle Heart, and he's really been handholding them through city life.
अरे भाई क्या कर रहे मोबाइल वाले अरे क्या
We will have a proper photo opportunity once we speak to them. Mango, Kargoma. I just want to give you a little bit of a background, because India is such a vast country and there are things that perhaps you don't know. You see, Bomman and Billie are from the Kattu Nayagan community. Now, let me explain what Kattu Nayagan literally means in Tamil. Nayagan is, like in Hindi you say Nayak. Anil Kapoor made that film Nayak. So a Nayak is a hero, and Kat in Tamil literally means forest. So they are the heroes of the forest. The community itself is called the heroes of the forest, the Katunayagans. And they, for generations, have been protectors of the forest. The forest and the animals to them are part of their existence, part of their very being. And they've come all the way from Tippukadu camp, Mudumalai, which is the tiger reserve. So all of you, if you go to Mudumalai, please reach out to them at the Tippukadu camp. And it's just wonderful to have them here. Now what we're going to do is, I'm going to ask them questions in Tamil and also, translate it back to you. The first question obviously will be about this wonderful bond that they've developed with Raghu, with Ammu, and the other elephants that they care for, and what we can do as urban city slickers to get that level of love. முதல் கேள்வி இதுதான், நீங்க இவ்வளவு ஆசையா அன்பா யானைகளோட இருக்கீங்க, சரியான வழி காட்டுங்க நம்மளுக்கு, நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் இந்த மாதிரி யானைகளோட இருக்க முடியும்.
ये क्या नाम है इसका?
वो सुन रहे नहीं बोलता, मेरी को सुन रहे नहीं बोलता, तुम ही बोलो।
अरे पूरा मोबाइल फिर तो हंगामा हो जाएगा, पूरा मोबाइल से ऊपर कर रहा है। मोबाइल
अरे यार नहीं बजा रहा
எனக்கு ரொம்ப ஆசையா இருக்கு. அதே மாதிரி இன்னும் ரொம்ப ஆசையோட நான் வளர்த்துக்கிறேன். ரொம்ப பெருமையா இருக்கு. யானை கூட வளர்த்துருக்கு.
He says, my father taught me, my grandfather taught my father, and I will teach the next generation. And that's what all of you need to do. If you love animals, you must teach your children, and their children must teach their children. பெரியம்மா சொல்லுங்கம்மா, எப்படி இவ்வளவு ஆசையா இருக்கீங்க யானையோட?
அது ரகுவரும் போது எங்க சேர்ந்தாங்க நிறைய புண்ணாயிருச்சு, யானை புண்ணு போற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. அது அம்மாவும் கூப்பிட்டு
फिर हम लोग आगे आएंगे, किसको नहीं मिलेगा?
சரி நான் சொன்னேன், சரி அது அம்மா தாய் இருக்கிற பாசம் தான் வேணும். சரி நான் வளர்க்குத கூட இருந்து எனக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணி கொடுத்த போது எல்லாமே தாக்கத்துல இருந்து கமெண்ட்ல இருந்து பாஸ்ட் எல்லாமே ஹெல்ப் பண்ணி கொடுத்தாங்க. அது எல்லாம் புண்ணா அப்படின்னாக்கா அம்மா மாதிரி என்ன பழகிடுச்சு. அம்மா மாதிரி பழகும்போது அப்போ பொம்மி வந்துருச்சு. பொம்மியா அந்த மாதிரி பழகும்போது தாயின்னு தான் என்னை பார்த்தது. இப்போ கூட நான் விட்டுட்டு வந்தேன் தேடி அந்த மாதிரி நான் வளர்த்தேன்.